What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another Arsenal video. Breaking news, unfortunately, negative news when it comes to Arsenal. More injury news as well. Kai Havertz, this time has got injured. Before we get into the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hype up the video as well. Get in the comments, let me know what you think regarding the injury. I think Arsenal players getting injured just doesn't come as a surprise anymore, which isn't good. We're too used to players actually suffering injuries, which is not a good sign. That's not something you want to get used to. I'll share the screen with you so you can see. David Ornstein tweeted around 20 minutes ago, Kai Havertz is set for a spell on the sidelines with a muscular injury problem that is expected to keep the 26-year-old Arsenal forward out of the games against Brentford, which is tomorrow, and Tottenham, which is the following week. But hope not to be a serious issue for the Germany international. I mean, let me just give you my sort of instant reaction for this. I mean, Havertz collectively, when you sort of put the two injuries together, has basically been out for a year. It's quite common for a player who's been out for that sort of time to come back and get muscular injury problems. It's your body's adapting to the schedule and all the games. So, but it's just a massive disappointment again from Arsenal's point of view. And another player who's just starting to hit form, we're all sort of praising him, and then in typical Arsenal fashion, he gets injured. And the disappointing thing, I know, look, David Ornstein saying it's not serious, but we've heard things like this with Arsenal before, and all of a sudden they're out for weeks and months, and you don't know. I mean, they haven't even declared what the injury is, which is always interesting. But I'm sure we'll find out in the next couple of days the exact details of the injury. But he's going to miss the North London derby and the game at Brentford tomorrow, which obviously throws up some selection issues ahead of the game tomorrow, where I think majority of us would have probably started him. What's also interesting is the week after the Tottenham game, we play Chelsea at home, and then 3 days later we play Brighton away. Looking at the Arsenal fixture list between now, maybe the end of the season, that's one of the hardest sort of 3 game periods. Tottenham away, Chelsea at home, Brighton away. Will he be back maybe for the Chelsea and the Brighton game the weeks after? We're not sure with that. So what do you guys think in the chat? Havertz is out injured just as he seemed to be picking up some form, and just as he seemed to be striking up a good partnership with Victor Gyökeres. So yeah, the timing couldn't have been much worse, to be honest. Obviously, FA Cup game at the weekend, which we should be fine anyway. And, we're not sort of desperate for him to play that game. But it's a loss nonetheless. Just when a player seems to get fit and hit a little bit of form at Arsenal, we lose them to injury. Replacement. Got to be your time now, Eze. Surely. Surely. Now, the rumour is that Martin Odegaard isn't far away from a return, but surely first game back, you wouldn't throw him in at Brentford. Very physical game. Eze's got to step up now. We saw him earlier in the season. Fantastic. Tottenham game, Newcastle game, City game, Palace. He's had some really top games. We need a consistent run from him now. He's been at the club for more than half a season. Odegaard's not fit. Havertz is injured. It's your time. We need him now to show us what he's about. And he's got a brilliant opportunity to sort of grab that position and make it his own. We've been saying it all season. Like when we signed Eze, I was hoping he'd be one of the best players in this team. And looking at it now, again, a huge opportunity. I've said many times on this channel, his World Cup place might even be in jeopardy at the moment because he's not starting enough games. We go to Brentford tomorrow. Hopefully he'll start in that role. And I want to see Eze grabbing games by the scruff of the neck now and showing people why we signed him. We've seen glimpses of it, but we need to see more of it. And let's hope he can hit a run of form now. Who would you guys play in that role tomorrow? I mean, if Odegaard's fit, would you go back to Odegaard? Would you play Eze? For me, it has to be Eze. And he needs to turn up. Brentford are a very direct, very physical team. he's got to put that shift in first and foremost, and then obviously concentrate on his ability to affect the game. Hopefully, he can do that. Couple of other things to discuss. I mean, look, and I don't like to do, if, what, when, and why, but should Ethan Nwaneri not have been loaned out? Because all of a sudden, you're sitting here now, and I know people will say, oh, it's easy to say that, but you're sitting here now saying Havertz is injured for a few weeks. Saka is injured for a few weeks. Odegaard's just got injured, looks like he's about to return, but he's coming back from another injury. And we are short in those attacking areas. Max Dowman's still not back. Right now, Ethan could be putting up a battle to play in the 10 role and could also be putting up a battle to start on the right-hand side. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen today, De Zerbi has quit as manager of Marseille. Now, De Zerbi is the manager that convinced Arteta to loan Ethan Nwaneri to Marseille. Within a month of him being there, he's quit as manager. What is that going to mean for his loan if a new manager comes in and maybe doesn't play him? He was taken off at half-time at the weekend. They were battered 5-0 by PSG. I hope that doesn't affect his game time with a new manager joining the club, because it's imperative that if he's not at Arsenal, he gets football. Now, obviously, it was revealed in January, towards the end of January, that Arsenal don't have a recall clause on him, so he is going to finish the season as a Marseille player. So let's hope that sort of figures itself out for Arsenal. Just looking ahead briefly, and apologies, by the way, that I didn't manage to stream today. It was very quiet. At the time when I was going to stream, Arteta's press conference wasn't out. And then by the afternoon, I had a lot to do. So we get this out today. Don't forget, tomorrow, I will be streaming the game, of course. And that is an 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. So I'll be live at 7 p.m. UK time. Make sure you're locked in. It's a very, very big game of football. And by the way, two other stories. Obviously, Manchester City tonight have brushed aside Fulham 3-0. I didn't watch the game. You know it's going to be painful. As soon as City go 1-0 up, it's basically game over. Haaland, Semenyo, and O'Reilly with the goals. So it's down to 3 points. Pressure will be on us tomorrow. And it's an absolute must-win game now. And I think what we realised at the weekend is this is far from over. We're going to have to keep winning and keep them away from us. They've got a decent run of fixtures now, so every week is going to be a must-win game. Somebody that won't be winning games for the foreseeable future is Thomas Frank. He was sacked this morning by Tottenham. They lost last night to Newcastle, 16th in the league, only 5 points above the relegation zone. The only reason I'm talking about this, because this is not Arsenal related as such, but obviously North London derby next weekend. Two things have changed around the dynamics of that game now. Number one, Kai Havertz is injured. And number two, we're now going to play a Tottenham side with a new manager. We saw against Manchester United, going into that game with Amorim in charge, we were like, we're going to win this. They bring in Carrick, they get a feel-good factor, we end up losing the game. I was looking at that North London derby next week and going, Thomas Frank, the fans are booing him, we'll roll them over. I still think we will beat them, but I think it will be a tough game because Tottenham are not going to win anything this season. Well, it's very unlikely. And for them, beating Arsenal will be their cup final. So all of a sudden, do the dynamics of that game change? Listen, we got a couple games before that game, so we obviously have to focus on that before we look too far ahead. Tomorrow night, as I said, people, we don't host. We travel to Brentford. Brentford picked up a big result at the weekend. They beat Newcastle. They're a very difficult team. Igor Thiago, second top goal scorer in the Premier League. Altara, is it, who's looked very good. Henderson has done well for them, experienced player. Coyote, massive long throw in, the longest throw in the league. It's going to be a tough game tomorrow. They're seventh. Depending on results, they could be up to sixth place by tomorrow night. So they've got a lot to play for. European place on the line for a team that were tipped for relegation. Keith Andrews done a great job. We've got to win. We're only 3 points clear of City, and they've scored 3 goals tonight, so they've chopped that goal difference down to just 2 goals now. So yeah, yeah, it's here, people. We have to embrace this pressure. But what we don't need is the consistent injuries that we're now starting to pick up, and they all seem to be in attacking areas. Start of the season, we had a lot of defenders injured. Now all of a sudden, Saka, Odegaard, Havertz, and obviously Trossard came off injured at the weekend as well. Some people said that was cramp. Other people said it was a hamstring. We'll find out when that team sheet comes out at 7 p.m. tomorrow. So listen, big up to everyone locked in. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about what we've discussed. Does the Frank sacking affect the derby? What do you think about Havertz injured? Our players seem to get injured so often. You know, what would your team look like tomorrow night against Brentford? Make sure you tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'll be live for the watch along. Big up, hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you all soon, people. Bless.